Hello, my name is Matthew Leonard, and this is a game I created for SGD 112 called Hunting Adventures. It's a game for 3 to 6 players. I'm going to be using 3 for these examples, player green, orange, and white. And it's a game about collecting the most reputation. So you get reputation by killing, by hunting in one of 3 different areas, a deer hunting area, a fox hunting area, and a rabbit hunting area. And as you hunt them, deer, foxes, and rabbits, you get gold and reputation. So some things you earn more reputation from, and some things you earn more gold from. An example is it's easier to earn reputation from rabbits, and it's easier to earn gold from rabbits, and it's easier to earn reputation from deer. And then you use the gold to buy items which help you hunt more and get more reputation. So the first thing you do to start out the game is you deal out 4 item cards to these 4 slots here from the item deck. Now there's only 4 items available to purchase at any one time, and then as people purchase them, you take items from the item deck and place it here. And that's to give the game a bit of a randomness in what path you take, because if you could buy all the items at once, you could take the same path every time. And we want to avoid that to keep the game interesting. You also determine player order when you start the game, and to do that, you usually just go with the younger player first and then up like that. But if you have a less experienced player, you generally want to let them go first, even if they're maybe older, just so that they have the opportunity to do more things and they're not blocked by a more experienced player every time they want to do that. So each game the game goes for 5 days long. There's a little day counter here, and I'll explain what these are for later. But you start on day 1 and during the daytime. So there's 2 periods, daytime and nighttime. Daytime lasts for 6 rounds, and nighttime lasts for 2 rounds. You spend daytime over here in the hunting areas, and you spend nighttime over here in the store and rec room, collectively known as the inn. So to begin, like I said, you start with daytime. So green is going first, and he will go to the rabbit hunting area. So to designate that he's in the rabbit hunting area, he places his token on 0 because he's been in the rabbit hunting area 0 turns. Orange decides to go in the fox. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. He places his thing on 0 because he's been in there for 0 turns. But however, because it's still his turn, he spends his turn in there. He spends 1 turn in there. So he moves up to the 1. He draws a card. He gets the dead rabbit, which is kind of a funny card because you get 0 reputation for it, but you do get some gold. So I'm going to place that near his area here, green's area. Then, because he's reached 1, he can move. Moving is always a free action, but remember that you can only spend 1 turn in any hunting area per turn. So he goes back to the 0. So he's gone from 0 because he moved there. He spent a turn there, he drew, and then he moved to 0 again. And if it makes more sense, I'll move here. So he went from 0 to 1 to 0. Now he's moved twice, but he's only spent 1 turn in the area. Next is orange, and as I said, he'll go to fox, and then he'll spend a turn in the fox area. So he moves from 0 to 1. White will go for deer, so he moves to the 0. So that's the end of turn 1. For turn 2, green will get another rabbit. He gets the big-toothed rabbit, which you can see the reputation and gold values for there. Then orange will go. He will spend his turn in the fox area, draw a fox card, and he gets the fat fox, the values of which you can see there, 4 gold and 2 reputation. So I'll place that near his area. And then, as you remember, green can do that. So orange can also move back to a new hunting area line. I'm sorry, I forgot to move white up 1 turn, and then he moves a second turn this time. Green will do this again. He gets another rabbit card. He gets the fat rabbit. 2 gold, 1 reputation. Red will spend another turn here. Green will spend another turn here. Draw deer card. 8-point non-typical, so as you can see there, he gets a lot of reputation for that, but not much gold. So let's just go on and say that each of the players has spent their time accordingly, and Green gets the last rabbit card. Now, I've only made out the 4 archetypal rabbits, but there will be multiple copies of each rabbit. So things like a dead rabbit, which offer no reputation. It's more of a joke card, really. So it would be pretty rare. And then things like the fluffy rabbit and the fat rabbit would be more common. But in this case, the cards, there's a lot of effort in them. So we don't have that many. Let's say white gets a couple more deer, even though that wouldn't be possible because, as I said, there's 6 turns and it takes 3 turns to get 1. And then orange over here gets some more foxes. So now we spend our 2 turns in nighttime. So during nighttime, there's only 2 options as opposed to the 3 here. There's the store and the rec room. So first person to go is still Green because he goes first in turn order. And he will go to the rec room. Orange will go to the store, and and then because Orange is in the store, we resolve that immediately. The rec room is resolved after everybody's placed themselves, and we'll talk more about that later. But you resolve the store first, rec room at the end of the turn. So store, he can make any purchase he wants. He has 3 plus 4 plus 6. That's 13 gold. So he can purchase the ghillie suit, which it costs 12 gold. Now, as soon as he purchases this, you replace another item card. And like I said before, item cards would come in varying rarities. So the ghillie suit, let me move that closer here. Any player with this item may hunt on a line already occupied by one other person. So, for example, let's place this near Orange's area. So, for example, say white and orange were hunting here, and white and green were hunting deer, and orange, having the ghillie suit, wants to hunt here. He can hunt on the same line as white. Now, if orange were already hunting here, white, not having a ghillie suit, could not do this. Only orange could choose, say if white was already 2 turns in, orange could choose to hunt on the same line. So, without the ghillie suit, white cannot go there. With the ghillie suit, orange can, and they can share that. He doesn't kick him off. Orange does not kick white off. They just share the line. So that's orange here, green there, and white will go here. So now we resolve the rec room. So in the rec room, players compete to see who has caught something with the biggest reputation for that day. So white has caught the highest thing he's caught today, or shot today, is the 10-point deer with 13 reputation. Now that's actually that's actually got the highest reputation in the game. That'll be quite a rare card. And then green over here, the thing he has with the highest reputation is the fluffy rabbit with a measly 2 reputation. So white has submitted the card with the highest reputation, so he gets to double the reputation he gets from the 10-point deer. So what I just took here is called a double reputation gem. So when placed on a card, when placed on an animal, this means he earns double the reputation from this card. So instead of 13, when you're tallying reputation at the end of the game, he would get 26 reputation from this card. So double reputation gems are awful powerful. And also, the rack mount is something you can purchase for a deer to double its reputation. And then the fur coat is something you can purchase for 12 gold, and then you can buy it to double the reputation of 8 rabbits. So the rabbits are fairly low in reputation, as you can see, the fat rabbit, the second highest reputation-giving rabbit in the game, only gives 1. But if you were to double 8 fat rabbits, you'd go from 8 to 16. So that is a way to get. Even if you have a lot of rabbits, say you don't have a lot of luck getting into any of the other areas, you can still get a lot of reputation from rabbits using the fur coat. So now we take a second turn at nighttime. These characters will go over here, even though they can't buy anything. Yeah, they can't buy anything. But Orange, being the only person to spend a turn in the rec room, automatically gets the blue gem. So he will put it on the. Let me see here. What does a gray fox give? He will put it on the silver fox here. So he will get 6 reputation from this at the end of the game instead of 3. So let's just say it's the end of the game. We're tallying. White has a 8-point non-typical for 8 reputation, 26 reputation from a 10-point deer that's doubled, and you got a Spike, which is only 4 reputation. So he has a total of 26 plus 4 is 38. So he has 38. And then Orange has 3 that's doubled 6, plus 3, 9, plus 2, 11. So Orange has 11, White has 38, and then Green has a measly 0, plus 0, plus 1, plus 2. So Green really only has 3, Orange has 11, and then I think I said White has 38. But anyway, White takes it by a mile. But in terms of how much money any of these players have, Orange actually has more money. So if the game were to continue, White would not be able to purchase as many items to catch up with Orange, and Orange would be able to get more items, allowing him to hunt more, and possibly letting him take the lead from White for how much reputation he has. So the game is sort of about balancing when are you going to get reputation and when are you going to go for gold so you can get items so you can get more reputation. So items are a big part of the game, trying to sort of turn around and be able to hunt better than other players. So I showed the fur coat and the rack mount. There's also night vision goggles, which allows you to hunt during the 2 turns that I showed here. So say Green and Orange went to the store, but White had night vision goggles. Instead of going to the rec room or the store, he could also spend a couple of turns hunting rabbits. There's also the alarm clock, which allows you to get up early, so you basically just go first in turn order. But there will be multiple alarm clocks in the deck, so if 2 people buy alarm clocks, they're pretty expensive, 18 gold, so both people would have to spend a lot of money on that. But if you buy 2 alarm clocks, then you just go in normal turn order. So if the last player and the first player buy an alarm clock, then it would go first player, because he was first before, and now that he's got an alarm clock, he's still going first. Last player, because last player has an alarm clock. And then second player, third player, in that normal order. So this over here is the day counter. I explained double reputation gems. These 2 double reputation gems are the ones that players are competing for. I have a bag of double reputation gems in excess of these, because when people buy things like the fur coat and the rack mount, you have to be able to designate different animals as having double reputation gems in addition to these. So, so we know we've passed day 1 because 1 is exposed. You would know it's day 2 when day 2 is exposed, and so on and so forth until the 5 days are up. I think that's about it. Thanks for watching.